delicious.
Sleepy time. Songs and stories. Oh, hi. I see that you're all jammied up and snuggled down for the night. But you're not asleep yet, are you? Otherwise you wouldn't be here, would you? Well, you came to the right place because I'm going to show you the all-time greatest, never-failing, foolproof, best method of falling asleep. Just do as I say, and I'll have you sleeping peacefully in no time. Now, the first thing you have to do is find a comfortable sleeping position. So just do whatever I do. First, I kind of go around, find a nice place to settle down, kind of smooth out my nest with my feet. And then, it looks like a good spot. You just settle down, and then you just put your tail in the air. You're not comfortable either, huh? Well, let's try it this way. Just put your head under your wing, and then you just drift away because it's dark under your wing, Elizabeth. Wait a minute. Some of you aren't birds, so this isn't such a good idea, huh? Okay, well, let's just stick to basics. Let's just find a nice place and kind of lie back, and then get all relaxed so you can go right to sleep. First, let your ankles relax, your feet flop, and then you let your knees relax. And then finally, you feel your shoulders relax and just let your head fall so that your beak lies on your feathers and you can sleep.
Sometimes I have trouble falling asleep, but it's not so bad.
Not again.
I don't worry and I don't weep. In fact, I'm glad, because I get up off my pillow and I flip on the light. I get down
Turn the
and
light
get
back off.
in the still of the night. I stretch and I yawn and then I breathe real deep
Honey.
and dance myself to sleep.
Oh, why me?
I hoof around my Betty, just a tapping my toes. Before I know what's happening, I'm ready to doze. Got some partners I can count on, called the Boogie Woogie Sheep.
What?
I dance myself to sleep.
I don't believe
I
this.
gently rock by myself
Honey.
across the floor.
Honey.
I turn and then I toss and then I start to snore. My trusty little bugle helps me spread the news that I'm tapping two taps and I'm a raring to snooze.
Oh, not the bugle. Honey, those sheep were tap dancing. Oh, why me?
Oh, that's nothing, Bert. Wait till you see Rubber Ducky play the bugle. What's this, Rubber Ducky? He's a Boogie Woogie Bugle Duck of Sesame Street.
Honey, your
Well,
sheep.
I'm getting kind
Your
of
sheep.
drowsy, so
Call
the
them off,
moment
please.
has come to
Wait.
grab my rubber ducky while the
not
sheep
outside,
take my
please.
chum. Time to
Not
shuffle
outside,
off to
sheep.
dreamland, got a
Honey.
date to keep.
Honey.
We'll dance ourselves to sleep, oh yeah. We'll dance ourselves to sleep, wearing our jammies. We'll dance ourselves to sleep, and thank you, lammies. We'll dance ourselves to sleep.
What? Oh, gee, I must have dozed off. Huh. Well, then, I guess you'll believe me now when I tell you my methods work. Hi, Mrs. Honker. Oh, it's way past the baby honker's bedtime, but she won't go to sleep? Oh, well, don't worry about a thing, because you're just in time for my second sleeping tip. Probably the most famous, popular, and widely used method of all. Counting sheep. Okay, now you imagine sheep jumping over a fence, see? Then you count the imaginary sheep. The more you count, the sleepier you get. Oh, she doesn't know how to count yet. Wait, listen. She doesn't have to know how to count because she can imagine the counting imaginary sheep. He can count. Okay, here we go. Imagine now.
Now, if I'm going to count sheep jumping over a fence, first I need a fence. There. One cute little fence. And now for the sheep. One cute little woolly sheep jumping the fence. Two cute little sheep jumping the fence. Three little sheep jumping the fence. Four little sheep jumping the fence. Five little sheep jumping the fence. Six little sheep jumping the fence. I love this. Seven little sheep jumping the fence. Eight little sheep jumping the fence.
How do you like that? Big Bird invites me to sleep over, and he's already asleep. Hey, Big Bird! Hey, Big Bird!
Oh, hi, Tilly.
Hey, I'm sleeping over, remember? Gee, I never slept in a nest before. I hope there's enough room.
Oh, sure. There's enough room. It's just you and me and Radar.
Yeah, well, don't forget Sparky.
Oh. Yeah, I know you can't get to sleep without Sparky.
Yeah, and Sparky can't get to sleep without Bunny.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then Bunny can't get to sleep without Winkle.
Winkle. Okay.
Yeah, and Winkle can't get to sleep without Daisy.
Yeah.
And then Daisy can't get to sleep without little Sweet Pea. And then Sweet Pea can't get to sleep without Snuffy Pie.
Oh, me love to look out window at night. See all the pretty stars twinkle, twinkle. But you know what me like to look at best of all? The moon. It's so big and round. You know what moon remind me of? It remind me of great, big, delicious cookie. Imagine what me do if moon was cookie. Just imagine. If moon was cookie, me think me would be happiest monster you ever see. Me put on a spacesuit, then up through the night. Me ride in a rocket to go take a bite. Me take bite from here, me take bite from there, and pretty soon me bite everywhere. Me eat with both hands, no need fork or spoon. Me chew it all up until there's no moon. What happened? Who turned out the lights? Oh, me know what happened. me eat moon and not in no moonlight. If moon was cookie, it wouldn't be fine. Because if me ate it, then it wouldn't shine. Me come to the window and look up at night, but no little moonbeams would give me their light. So me not like to say it, but it clear to me, it lucky the moon is not a
And Jackson can't get to sleep without little Flipper here.
And who does Flipper need to get to sleep?
Me!
Oh, good. Which brings me to my next method of falling asleep. It's called the find something soft to cuddle up with method, like stuffed animals, or some people use a blanket. Sometimes you can listen to a story while you do this. Sometimes.
Many, many years ago in Africa, before television or even books, people would tell each other stories. All sorts of stories about what they saw, about the animals, about the land. People from Africa still tell the stories today. Now they say that all the stories in the world belong to Anansi, the spider. Maybe he'll share one with us.
This is the story of how the sun and the moon came to live in the sky. A very long time ago, all the people, the animals, the plants, and the sun and the moon, and the water and everything in the water lived together in one small place. It was very crowded. So, sun and moon decided to build a new house for themselves away from the others. It was a big house. Sun and moon had plenty of room now. So, they invited their friends to come and visit. And their friends all came, except their best friend, Water. Sun and Moon was sad about this, and they went to talk to Water. Water told them, "I'm so very big, and I must travel with all the creatures that live in me. I'm afraid you would not have room for us." "Oh, yes, it's a very, very large house," said Sun. "It's enormous," said Moon, and they begged Water to come and visit. The next day, Water arrived for the visit. "We're so happy you came," said Moon. Come in," said Sun. So water began to flow into the house. Soon, Sun and Moon had to move up and up to stay dry. "Are you sure you want me to stay?" asked Water. "You're our guest," Sun and Moon said politely. But soon Water had filled the whole house, and Sun and Moon had to go out on the roof. "Maybe I should go," said Water. "Oh, no," they said, still being polite. So Water kept coming in, and now there was no room left on the roof. So Sun and Moon had to leap into the sky. They found that they liked it there, even more than in their house, and they could look down and see all their old friends. They were quite happy up in the sky, and have lived there ever since.
Well, Snuffy, here's your teddy bear.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's everything now. We can go to bed, okay?
Well, not everything, Gordon.
Oh? Well, what did we forget?
Well, we forgot about the Snuffle Lullaby. My mommy and I always sing it before I go to bed.
But Snuffy, I don't know the Snuffle Lullaby.
Oh, well, that's no problem, Gordon. Just listen. I'll sing it for you. First you turn your body all the way around. Then you let it sag until it hits the ground. Loosen up your neck, give your back a shrug. Then hunker down and huddle till you're nice and snug.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Rest your fuzzy snuffle on your furry knees. Give your favorite teddy bear a good night squeeze. Tuck your tail in tight, now say good night, and hum the snuffle lullaby.
Hey!
Go ahead, Gordon.
Oh, me? Well, okay, I'll give it a try. First you turn your body all the way around. Then you let it sag until it hits the ground. Loosen up your neck, give your back a shrug. Then hunker down and huddle till you're nice and snug.
Now you got it, Gordon.
Rest your fuzzy snuffle on your furry knees. Give your favorite teddy bear a good night squeeze. Tuck your tail in tight, now say good night, and hum the snuffle lullaby.
That's right. And hum the snuffle lullaby. And hum the snuffle lullaby.
Hey.
Yeah.
Well, will you look at that? How can they sleep when they're all sprawled out like that?
Buster?
What
are you doing?
Oh, hi, Susan. I was just looking at those two over there. I don't know how they can get to sleep that way. What you got to do is just stay on all fours, that's all. Just kind of sway back and forth, kind of like this. Kind of nice and gentle like. Then kind of let your muzzle droop.
Buster, nobody falls asleep standing up. Well, I'm glad that's not the only way to fall asleep, aren't you?
Everybody sleeps. Everybody sleeps. Every night we close our eyes until the morning creeps. Mountaineers on mountain tops and divers in the deep. They like to sleep. How do we know it's so? 'Cause everybody sleeps. There are people who sleep lightly. There are people who sleep sound. There are folks who tuck themselves in bed, and some sleep on the ground. There are people who sleep nightly. There are people who sleep days. But it really doesn't matter, don't you know? It's so, 'cause you can sleep in oh so many ways. Everybody sleeps. Everybody sleeps. Every night we close our eyes until the morning creeps. Mountaineers on mountain tops and divers in the deeps. They like to sleep, how do we know? It's so, 'cause everybody sleeps. Everybody sleeps.
Bert, wake up, Bert. Bert, wake up. Bert.
I'm up. What?
Hey, Bert.
Huh?
I can't sleep.
Oh, Ernie.
Oh, but...
Well,
Bert?
why can't you sleep, Ernie?
Well, I don't know. I'm scared, I think, Bert.
What are you scared of, Ernie?
Oh, lots of things like dark shadows and spooky things, monsters.
Oh, but, no, Ernie, listen. Ernie, you know Grover and Harry and Cookie and their monsters, and you're not scared of them, right?
Oh, I don't mean monsters like that, Bert. I mean spooky, scary monsters that come creeping up at you at night, and they go, wubba wubba.
Wabba, wabba.
Oh, don't say that, Bert. You'll scare me.
Oh, Ernie, you know what? You're imagining that.
I'm imagining it,
it's
Bert?
just your imagination. Now get into bed. Go ahead, get into bed.
Okay, Bert.
Oh, Ernie. Get under the covers.
Okay, Bert.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now listen, you're imagining all those scary things, but you can imagine nice things, real nice and good things too. Like, what do you like?
Oh, I like big balloons, Bert.
Oh, well, that's nice, big balloons, good.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you like?
Oh, small balloons, Bert.
Small balloons. Okay, so you like big balloons and you like small balloons.
Mm-hmm.
There must be something else you like, though.
Oh, there is, Bert.
Oh, good, what?
Middle-sized balloons, Bert.
Well, okay, so you like balloons.
Oh, yes, Bert.
Well, good, then imagine balloons.
Well, I try to imagine balloons, Bert, but,
Yeah?
well, it's hard.
Here in the middle of imagination, right in the middle of my head, I close my eyes and my home isn't home, and my bed isn't really my bed. I look inside and discover things that are sometimes strange and new. And the most remarkable thoughts, I think, have a way of being true.
Here in the middle of imagination, right in the middle of my mind, I close my eyes and the night isn't dark, and the things that I lose I find.
Time stands still and the night is clear, and the wind is warm and fair.
And the nicest place is the middle of imagination when I'm there.
Gee, everybody on Sesame Street is asleep, except me and you. Huh. And I'm not sleepy at all for some reason. I guess I'll just have to tell you how to fall asleep all over again. Well, I always like to start with the soggy knees method, and then